All right. Hope you guys can hear me. Okay. So let me just share my screen, right? My name is Johnchegbe and I'm a trader. Yes. I'm a trader, I'm a web developer, and so on. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Come on, guys. Let me share my Chrome window, entire screen. Selected. All right. All right. So I'm sharing my screen right now. We want to analyze some few pairs, right? So let me just analyze quickly USD JPY. USD JPY. Let's analyze that on our screen. Let's analyze USD JPY on our screen. All right. Okay, it's added already. So I'm a smart money concept trader, SMC trader. I'm an SMC trader, and when it comes to SMC, what we focus on is very simple. We focus on the smart money concept, right? So we trade with other block, looking at POI, we watched liquidity and so on and so forth. So these are some of the things we look at. I'm going to do a proper video, right, that explains the trading strategy that I use. You understand? That is going to make our trading journey so faster. And when it comes to trading, I do top down analysis. Yes, I do top down analysis from the daily time frame. So let's go on. So first and foremost, we look at the daily time frame to see how the market is behaving when it comes to the daily time frame. Now we can see on the daily time frame, this is to the down up movement, this also up movement, breaking these lows, meaning there's a break of structure here, right? Good. Then it came down to this point, then went up again, breaking this particular place, right? Good. So we see how the market was moving and then came down and now is going up. So looking at this alone, we can see that from the daily time frame, the market is bullish. Yeah, the market is doing what we call a bullish recovery. Yes, so this is a bullish movement because where we should be looking at right now is this movement. So the market is bullish right now. This is a bullish recovery, right? After this strong displacement bearish movement, the market is bullish. So we can call it the bullish um that the daily time frame is bullish. And if we look at this trade, we can take our order block from here. So we have another block here that we did because it will take days. It can even take weeks before market can get to this other block. But if market gets to here, surely there's going to be a reaction, right? So buyers are waiting from here to push this market down, right? So, but that is not what we're looking at right now. We need to find how to profit this trade before price gets to here. So market is bullish right now on the daily time frame. So the only place we can find is this what is this other block is what we can find. I don't want to too much draw, but if we want to still draw, we'll see a break of structure, break of structure and so on and so forth. So we'll be seeing like this is a break of structure already. So this is a break of structure, but we are not making use of this, so we don't have to draw. This is just to tell us the trend of the market. So the next we go to the 4 hour time frame. The 4 hour time frame. Now we are at the 4 hour time frame. So the 4 hour time frame is looking bullish. Yes, there is a bullish movement on the 4 hour time frame. Just as you can see the movement. You can see the bullish the bullish displacement candle the market is giving, and so on and so forth. So now, um so we'll be looking at the recent candles. Price came here, did price did movement from this place. So let's see, let's see. So this is a break of structure here, right? This is a break of structure here. We can simply click this and say clone, right? That is a break of structure. There's still another break of structure here. Yes, there's a break of structure here, right? Yes, so that is still another break of structure, right? So, but most of the time you will not like to use this particular um line, so you can preferably use this to do your drawing. Mm, yeah, we can use that to do our drawing. All right, so that is it. So we can see the movement on the 4-hour time frame. So let's try and pick our other block. These are other blocks. These are other blocks. This is a very big other block here that if market should tap here now, if market should tap to this other block, it's simply going to be a buy. But when market gets to any other block, you have to look for some confirmation, right? On your 15-minute time frame, you have to look for confirmation, right? Where either a sell sweep, and then a bullish displacement back to the other block, and then you look for a change of character or break of structure and look for the other block that causes it. So that is what we want to look. That is what we want to look here, right? Good. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. So the 4 hour is still bullish, right? The 1 hour time frame, um, 1 hour time frame. So let's see what our 1 hour time frame is giving to us. So we can see that the 1 hour time frame also is still bullish. Yes, it's still very, very bullish. The 1 hour time frame is still very, very bullish. So you can see the movement. You can see the movement. 1 hour time frame is still bullish. Yes, very, very bullish on this. So now we can see a break of structure here, right? You can see, let's see what causes. Yes, we can see a break of structure here. So break of structure. Um we can see another break of structure at this place, right? Can see another break of structure at this place. We have another break of structure around this zone. We have break of structure even around this place. So these are a lot of the market movement that is going on. So we can see what is going on right now on the market. So we can see what is going on. So now the break of structure that causes this, we can locate the other block as this, right? But if we see the main route, we can know where it's coming from, right? Good. This big break of structure that caused this movement, this is the break of structure. It has already been tapped. It has already been mitigated. Yes, mitigated simply means the place has already been tapped and it has caused a reaction already, right? So there is a break of structure around there, and what is break of structure is simply this candle here, right? So for me, this is a recent place where we should be expecting price to get to, and then look for a confirmation before we enter buy, because the whole market here is bullish. So let's go to the 15-minute time frame where we'll see more structures, right? Now we'll see more structures here, right? There's indicators here. So you see this is a down movement, and then you know, so there's still lot of structures. There's so we can still be doing our drawings. So this is a movement to the downside, and then price the one that caused this is here, right? Is here. So there's an internal change of character. There's a break of structure here, right? There's a break of structure around that place. This is the 15-minute time frame now. Uh, this is the 15-minute time frame. So you can see how the market is moving. See how the market is moving. So guys, see how the market is moving. So there's a break of structure here. If we should remove this now, we'll be looking at this other block. So there are a lot of other blocks, that we have to like look at. Break of structure. If you check here also, so this is more. There's break of structure, there's change of character. A lot of structures are here, but we can't be drawing them, right? We can't just be drawing them, and so on and so forth. So another trick I can give is you can use your smart money concept. So you can just simply just draw this whole thing for you. You understand? Not be very, very smart enough to know how to just know mitigated already. So you can see that you have your change of character here, because this is a very strong change of character, right? Now this is a break of structure, but it's still change of character in your lower time frame, right? Good. What else? There's a break of structure, break of structure. There are a lot of internal structures, but we can go about drawing them that way, right? Good. So what caused this movement? This and this change of character. Now there's a break of structure around here. So a break of structure here. Yes. So a break of structure here. The one that caused that particular break of structure. So we should be looking at how there's another block here, right? There's another block around here. There's another block here. So there's a break of structure here. There's a break of structure here also. So let me expand the chart so we can see what I'm trying to pick to talk about. So there's a break of structure here, and at the end of the day, if you look closely, there's still another break of structure where we have another other block here. So this is simply going to be our trade. This is simply going to be our trade. So what I should be expecting is for price to get to this particular area, right? The price to get to this particular area, look for a confirmation candle on the lower time frame. So I'll be taking my trade from the 5-minute time frame, right? That's where I'll use 5 minutes as confirmation to just get confirmation candles, and so on. So if price can get to this place, give me some kind of bullish displacement, then I'll look for the other block that causes it, right? And then take the trade from there. So that this is simply what I'm going to do on this particular chart, right? If price fails to respect here, then I should be expecting to take trade from the second order block, right? From the second order block. So let me go to the 5-minute time frame and see how market is reacting, how market is behaving. So this is it. So this is it, guys. This is it, guys. So you can move this more to this. You can move this more to this. So now you have all your criteria. You have all your criteria. So now you have your fair value gap. You have your fair value gap around here. Let me let me add this to my session. So you have your FHG, which is FVG. Let me make it 14. So you have your fair value gap. There's liquidity. There's liquidity around this area. So all these places are liquidity. All these places are liquidity. Depending on how you see it, this whole place you are seeing are liquidity. These places are liquidity. All these places you are seeing now are liquidity. So market has to take these old things out, right? These are all liquidity that market has to swap. So market has to take these old people out of the trades and then before continuation to the upside. Since from the higher time frame to the lower time frame, we have been able to confirm that the market is bullish, right? So we should be looking for only buy alone. Look for buys alone, right? So now for aggressive traders, you can actually place your trades around there, right? You know, your trade around there. You can go to this to look for more opportunities. So I should be looking for where's my 4 hour? On my 4 hour, so I should be looking for to put my take profit maybe around this, around this. And then I can simply just, decide to like put my stop loss below this, you know. But everything should be done on the lower time frame. So it depends on my confirmation. That will also enable me to determine where I'm going to put my SL, right? SL. So if price gets to here and then formed whatever candle it wants to form, then I'll be able to know where I'll be able to put my stop loss. But right now, this is just setup I just did here. Price has not got into the level yet. You understand? So that is it. Yes. So price has not reached this particular place. So I should be waiting for the markets to get to this place before I'll be able to know what to do. So now you can see, guys, you can see our analysis from the higher time frame to the lower time frame, what we have been able to come up with. So this is what we are expecting. If you see my gold trade, you can see almost similar stuff. And now I'm still waiting for price to get to my other block. If price gets to the other block, I'll be able to know what to do. Now I'll look for confirmations on the lower time frame. Once I see my confirmation, then I will enter my trade and so on. So this is the simplest way I trade. If you are new to my channels, all you have to do is to try and follow my channels for more content like this. I'm going to be giving a lot of amazing content like this. So for those that are new, don't forget to follow my channels for more of my videos like this. So this is just the simplest way I do my trading. This is the simplest way I do my trading. So this is the unique and the best way I trade. I use the smart money concept. I'm going to do a video where I'm going to explain, I'm going to give proper explanation, right? I'm going to give proper explanation how, how the smart money concept work and, what I look for before I enter my trade. Is as simple and easy as ABCD, guys. So for those that are new to my channels, all you have to do is to follow me, you like, you subscribe, you click on the notification bell to make sure that whenever I'm live, right, you will see the notification that I'm live and then we can proceed from there. I come live every day. So right now in the analysis we have done, I'm expecting, I'm looking for two trades. I'm looking at two trades right now. I'm looking at my gold analysis for price to come to this particular order block and then get confirmation. I'm looking for a very strong confirmation before I enter my trade from that particular region that is on gold. And then on the USD JPY that we just analyzed, we are waiting for price to push to the other block, right? We are looking for a very strong bearish displacement movement towards the other block, and then when it gets to the other block, we start looking for confirmation before we enter our trade. So these are just the two pairs I'm looking at currently. So tomorrow I'm going to be more chance to do more analysis with you guys. So don't forget to like, don't forget to follow my video for more of my videos like this, guys. See you in my next video, guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Wow, let me see. The movement of the USD JPY is coming down greatly. It's really coming down greatly, and that is a nice thing, sure. It's a very, very nice thing. So we should be waiting. We should be waiting. We should be waiting. We should be waiting. Should be waiting. This is a nice. This is a very, very, very nice move. This is a very, very, very nice move. Yeah. On this 15-minute time frame is because most persons will actually be looking at this candle, how to expand this candle more. That is why the candle is like this. So this is another block. This is another block. Don't forget, guys. Is as we move to the 5-minute time frame, that is where we did some kind of move some kind of tight order block to this particular region. But this full place is order block. So if price gets to here, we should be looking to take trade from any of these places as long as we get our confirmation, right? And then we can, due to the confirmation, that is where we now know how to place our stop loss and then the take profit and so on and so forth. So this trade is going to be the trade is going to be unique, and it's going to be massive. So one of the trades is simply going to be, if we take this trade, we are going to be looking how to put our stop loss around there. If the market does not respect this particular first order block, then we'll look for how to enter to this second order block, and then we'll push the price, up. My take profit is simply going to be 1,600. So we'll look on how to like take our trades from the second order block. The second order block. The price comes to this place. Then we'll look how to put our stop loss. You know. So guys, these are just the two this thing, the two other block on USD JPY I'm watching. So the second order block is going to give me higher profit because this is like 1:12 plus, right? That is almost like 1:13. So if you are risking $100, you are aiming for 1,300. Then the first order block we are looking at 1:9 or 10, right? So that is it. But this is not certain yet. This is when price gets to this level, that is where I will know where is going to be my stop loss and so on and so forth. So let me see if I can get something to confirm what I'm saying. So let me use here for example. When price did break of structure around here, right? There's price did break of structure around here. The other block that causes this break of structure is this, right? This is the other block that causes the break of structure. So let's see. Good. This is the other block that causes the break of structure, right? You can see it was tapped. So it did break of structure, right, to the upside, and it came down. Then the market came down to respect the other block. When it came down to respect the other block, it did movement, to the upside. It did movement to the upside, right? And then still came back around there, you know. Yes, still came around here to respect the what is it called? The other block that causes it, or the break of structures, you understand? So now you can see then it did movement to this upside as far as this, but this is the all-time high, right? As far as this. So that is what we'll simply be looking at around here. Price gets to this place. For me, I'll look for a sweep, then gets back to this page, try to respect and then do a very strong bullish displacement movement. And then I'll look for the breakups, the other blood that caused that movement. And then that is where I should be looking for a buy. It's as simple as that, right? So that is it, guys. I just feel like explaining um I feel like explaining the whole thing so that at least we'll get idea on what I'm looking for there. All right, thank you guys. So for those that are new, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much, guys.